Hi, everyone. I'm Alvina August,
I'm Jarod Joseph.
and we are so excited for you to see our new movie, A Second Chance at Love. We have a couple of questions for you that Hallmark sent our way, and we will be answering those for you right now. You ready, Jarod?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's get started. First question. In A Second Chance at Love, Alicia feels the burden of her parents' divorce and tries hard to ensure her happily ever after with Arnold. Without giving too much away, can we share how our characters navigate those hurdles?
I could speak for Arnold. Um, with patience, obviously, that is the most important thing. Um, Understanding of what's going on. His situation's a little different, so he can't relate firsthand, but he knows your parents as well, or the character's parents. And you want to be patient with something like that. You could be maybe too patient where it comes at the cost of things in your own relationship, but you want to navigate that water respectfully and as
Mm-hmm.
peacefully as you can, but still talking about it.
Yeah, that's a great quality that I think Arnold has. Um, I mean, and on the other side of the coin, I think for me, it would be avoidance um, and fixing other people's issues. Alicia is very good at that. She's sort of, had an upbringing and as a child of divorce, there's certain things that are always hard to express. And so for Alicia, when they're in their marriage, they're 5 years in and they're talking about major steps, new steps in their relationship, I think it kind of brings up all those past issues from her parents' marriage. And so it's definitely harder to navigate. So she tends to just put her head in the sand and maybe find a way to fix other people's lives so that she doesn't necessarily have to address the problems that she's got to face head on. So, yeah, that would
Beautiful
be.
answer.
All right, second one.
As Alicia plays love doctor in her parents' dating life, she discovers that there are challenges in her own marriage to Arnold. What are each of our favorite qualities about our characters as they move forward in their relationship?
Um, I love that she is inquisitive and persistent, I would say. She is very good at, wanting to help people. She's self-proclaimed herself the love doctor, and everyone's kind of given her that title because she just tends to see people and see things in other people, um, which unfortunately she can't see in her own relationship. So there's the irony. But she's able to kind of bring people together and in a way to try and maybe in some way right the wrongs of her past and her parents. And I think that's just a charming quality that she has. That she wants everyone to be happy and she wants to help where she can. So that's one of the qualities I like about her.
Fair.
And you?
What I
What's your
enjoy,
favorite quality of Arnold that you like?
I loved his lightheartedness. A situation like the one that our characters are in could be tense. There could be room for resentment to build, but that should be the last stage for in Arnold's mind. So planting the seeds and letting your feelings be known, but still keeping it light because these two are in love and they have everyone will see a good sense of humor with each other. Um, I like that Arnold kept it as light as he could for as long as he could, and
Hmm.
let his wife know that he loved her very much. And
Arnold for Husband of the Year, I say. If
he's all
there's
right.
any trophy, I think he definitely deserves it. But yeah. Okay. You want to move on to the third one?
Let's do it.
Okay. While our characters plan different date nights, Arnold realizes that Alicia can be too involved in her parents' relationship. Why do we think viewers will connect with this story?
Hmm. I think everyone that's ever been in a relationship, long term or otherwise, you realize pretty quick there's a compromise need there, and you watch our characters deal with certain levels of compromise throughout the whole film. Yeah, I think it's a universal thing in relationships, and that's one thing I noticed when we were doing this, was that this is not as unique as you would imagine. I think we represented a lot of relationships in the real world.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And that's actually one of the reasons that I wanted to do this. The script is not conventional for Hallmark in terms of two strangers meeting together and finding love. We've got, two couples, one who's already married. So it's almost like when the credits stop rolling, this is what happens after that, when things don't necessarily go as planned. A divorced couple and a couple who is 5 years into their marriage now trying to make, then take the next step. And for me, that's always more exciting, because it's easy to kind of fall in love and be swept away by the emotions of that, until it gets to the point where you kind of got to do the work. And I think putting in the work to make it work, and I think that's kind of what appeals to me with these two characters and these relationships, that it's just ongoing. And yeah, I think the audience will relate to that a lot.
I agree.
Yeah.
A lot of working going on between the two characters, that's for sure. Are you ready for the next one, Alvina?
I am ready.
Alicia has a close bond with her parents, Brenda and Jack, played by Gloria Rubin and Eric LaSalle.
Mm-hmm.
And she does all that she can for them to find happiness. How was it working with them and the rest of the cast?
Wow. This was such a unique experience for me. I think I don't know if I've ever in my career played a daughter yet, which is crazy. I know. It kind of started late in this, but it was just so nice to have someone that I've looked up to, like, Gloria Rubin and Eric LaSalle from, back in the day watching ER, to now being in a scene with them and having them mentor me, not just as, parents, but as actors, watching what they were doing, to work with Eric, who's obviously got a director's eye. He's been directing for a long time. And to kind of see how he approaches the craft, given that mindset, was really interesting for me to watch. And he was kind of very helpful in helping me kind of assert myself and fight for my moments. And I really took a lot from that. And I was really grateful for that. And working with Gloria, she is a woman after my own heart. She is sassy, funny, light, she's a singer as well. So, I can relate to her on that aspect, and just an overall classy woman. And I have nothing but great things to say about working with those two. And yeah, I learned so much from them, for sure. And you? What would you say?
Same for me.
Did you have many scenes? Actually, quite a few with... No, you didn't. You didn't have many scenes with my parents, did you?
But when I did, it was spending the whole day with them for the most part.
Yeah.
Got to pick their brains a lot. They're people that I've watched my entire life. You don't want to play it cool at work. You don't want to talk about, we're peers here. But I kept calling Gloria Miss Rubin, and she told me not to. But,
she told you not to. Yeah.
Yeah, but I came with that as a fan as well as a peer.
Yeah.
Eric is someone in his class. He's been at a really high level for a long time, and he's someone that, he commands respect by his presence, but his body of work is really, really remarkable. So yeah, it was an honor for me to be sharing the set with those two, for sure.
Yeah, no, it was really cool to have that many different energies and combine them in one scene. It was really... And Mima, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
BJ Harrison.
Yes, BJ Harrison. Oh, she just brought such a beautiful element to the story.
Awesome.
3 generations. It's awesome. Okay, so question 5. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. There are moments in the movie where Alicia includes her mom in some of the activities that she has planned with Arnold. Without giving any spoilers away, do we each have a favorite scene we can't wait for the audience, for the viewers to see?
I'm going to be as honest as I can here. I can't dance. I'm not a dancer. All right. I danced in this film, and I'm both excited and nervous, and sorry for the audience to have to witness it. Yeah, I'm excited to see how that turned out for sure. I'm always nervous when it's dance time in a film, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I thought you did a good job.
We'll see.
I mean, not that I'm a dancer. I did dance in my last role, and I'm pretty much learning as well. But I know we were thrown those scenes like on the spot. It's kind of hard to have to figure it out on top of the dialogue. And I think you rose to the occasion and you did a pretty good job. So
I appreciate that. I got a couple silly ones in my repertoire that I go back
to. For me, I think it would be, I think the scene where we finally have the talk, not at the house. You probably know which one. I don't want to give it away, but it's at an undisclosed location, a very special time in their relationship. I think that for me was a really great scene. It just felt for the first time like they were on the same page. It felt like they weren't talking at each other. They were just connected and willing to be vulnerable and willing to be raw. And I think that was just a really nice moment for the characters, I think, and much needed. So that would be my favorite scene.
It's a great moment, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You ready for the next one?
Bring it.
All right. Alicia and Arnold face struggles within their marriage as they try to overcome some personal challenges. What advice would you give Alicia and Arnold to help them repair said relationship?
Counseling. I mean, I think maybe having sort of external intervention in some way would help, like in a non-partial sense, because I think each of these characters has someone that they can talk to. In Alicia's case, she has Cam, her business partner / friend, BFF, and Arnold has Marcus to kind of vent to about his frustrations. But I think in some ways those guys are biased just because of the fact that they are friendships, that they're their own friends, and so it's kind of hard to get the good medicine from someone who knows you. So I think having a counselor there, or someone who can see it from a different perspective and basically articulate what one is trying to express, and find a way to bring dialogue to those feelings, I think is important. So yeah, I would say maybe counseling might help. Couples and individual counseling.
Yeah, I don't know too many people that leave worse after counseling, so
yeah,
it definitely wouldn't do any harm, would it?
Agreed.
For Arnold, yeah, specifically for Arnold, because I'm kind of going back on what I already said, but that same lightheartedness and that compromise and that patience to a fault, right?
Yeah.
If there's constant verbalization and constant, you're letting it be known how you feel. There's less room for it to get to that stage. And I've been guilty in my own life of just keeping it to myself. That by the time it comes out, it might not have been the right time to have the talk, or, I think people do this. And I think with a little bit of intervention periodically throughout the relationship, you could really thwart away a lot of potential problems. And I would give Arnold that advice. I would say, let her know verbatim.
Right. It takes work. See how much work relationships take?
So much.
All right. That's a good one. That's a good answer.
Thank you.
Okay. Hold on. I can't remember. Is it my turn?
It is.
Okay. Number 7. Our characters go on some fun adventures as they rebuild their marriage. From going on a romantic getaway to a surprise picnic in Arnold's office, are there any fun behind-the-scenes stories that you can share?
We did one scene, and it was during the AFC Championship in the NFL. And, some of the crew, they had it going on a phone here or there. And my team, having the best record they've had since like 1993, I was very, very, I was checking in with the boys.
You were invested.
And you were there.
Yeah.
And you saw what it did to me. But when I was downstairs, there's 13 seconds left in the game. I came upstairs thinking we won. One of our great crew members came to my ear and told me, "It's over, man. We lost." So, I fortunately the scene kind of called for me to be, a little down. So
Yeah.
it wasn't too hard.
You worked it in.
I worked it in there for sure.
You didn't have to act.
But I will always associate that game with this film in that particular moment.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. That. I just thought you were very pensive, and I was like, "Oh, wow, okay." He's just to himself. I had no idea until we outcut that they had actually lost. So, and I felt really bad. So
I didn't want it to go to waste.
Yeah. Any fun? I'm trying to think of fun adventures that we went on. It feels like I feel like maybe that question might apply to my parents as they kind of rekindle their once, broken relationship. I feel like for us it was sort of this devolution of our relationship in some ways, or as things started to as you started to get into the nitty gritty, you could see that there were underlying issues, and so I don't necessarily know if there's any fun things, but I do have a fun story, which was the suitcase luggage pileup. I don't know if you remember this. It was just one little blooper. We didn't have a lot of bloopers. I don't remember, but it was this particular moment. I think we were all walking and we're lugging these suitcases, and I think it was the last take of the scene, and there was a table that was sticking out in the hallway, and we're shooting this scene, and I'm walking in first, and then I think you're behind me, and Gloria and a few people, and so my luggage gets caught on the table, and then I think there's like a pileup. I don't even know what you guys saw from behind, but it was just like everyone just kind of stopped. Like all of us were just stopped by my luggage. It was kind of funny. It was just a really funny moment because I think we were exhausted by that time, and it was just a nice way to break up sort of the wake people up, and it was just a fun, unexpected thing that happened that really had me laughing, and so
I do remember that.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was one of my favorite days altogether.
Yeah, I know. We didn't have a lot of those though, and we had a lot of props. We were dealing with a lot of props, and we kind of nothing was broken. I don't think we broke anything on set. I can't even remember. I think it was pretty smooth overall, right?
I think so too. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna play a game of rapid fire. This or that. Have you ever played this, Jarod?
Yeah, under a different title, I'm sure.
Okay. It's inspired by A Second Chance at Love and Spring into Love. And we can both answer. So I guess we can just shoot. I guess, do you want to start and then maybe I'll respond? And
Happy to.
Okay. Sounds good.
This or that. Go on a double date or host a dinner party?
Can I host a double date dinner party?
I like that.
You both?
I like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna say double date.
You're gonna say double date? Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
It's good to get out of the house sometimes.
Yes, I agree.
I'll stay home as long as I can. It's a good reason to go out to date, so use it.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so this answers the second part. Stay in and watch movies or have a picnic outside?
I'll stay in and watch movies for sure.
There you go. Okay.
Yep.
Or, I'm going to play devil's advocate, or you could have a picnic outside in your yard while staying in.
No, that's all you, man.
That could work. But that works. Okay, never mind. Now I'm just...
In or out?
What'd you say?
Next one.
Okay.
I said I'm either in or out.
Okay, go on a blind date or swipe on a dating app.
Wow. I think the I got to go with the swipe.
Same.
I'll go with
Why?
the swipe. It's like buying an electric vehicle 10 years early. Just get ahead of this. This is where we're going. So,
okay.
It's the new means. It's practical, and you can make sure the person is somewhat compatible before you go anywhere.
Okay.
Well, it defeats the blind date totally, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
It's
rather go in.
efficient.
I'd rather go in knowing a little bit.
Same here. At least go in with some prior understanding. Do people really go on blind dates, like true blind dates? Do people actually have? I guess people do. I mean, without knowing knowing very little about someone, that's kind of brave. I don't know if I'm brave enough to do that. So
I
I would
believe
take swipe.
I believe a single friend would try and set up another single friend. I think that's kind of the move.
Yeah. Okay. Swipe it is. All right. On a dating app, look out for a unique opener or similar interests.
Exact same as me. Be as close. No.
I was going to say similar interests. I
Yeah.
think, I don't know if I want any unique, fun. I don't know. It's
Surprises?
quirky and it's cool, but then what really holds it together, right, is having similar interests, I think.
I think it's the most important thing in a relationship, not being identical, but not being too far apart on a lot of issues. And, yeah, I'd like to have a little bit in common.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Similar interests it is. Go for a morning run or enjoy the spring weather at an outdoor cafe.
I'm going to go outdoor cafe.
I'm going to run.
Have fun.
I don't know why. It's almost like the choice between eating or running. I don't know. Because you're outside for both, right? So you're still enjoying the outdoors.
I've done them.
Or you could eat first. Well, actually, you shouldn't eat and run. You should probably run first and then you can eat. Maybe you could do both. Why do we have to choose? Why is this game? Why do we have to choose?
You could usually only do one thing at a time, no?
That's true. Okay. I would go for morning run. So you would eat at an outdoor cafe. Cool.
That's right.
Last one. Take a getaway trip or plan a staycation.
I'm gonna go getaway trip.
Same.
Yeah, especially, the way we kind of live in the industry. It's those opportunities to do something outside of either working or pursuing work. It's go enjoy. So I'll take the opportunities to get away from it every time.
And the chance to see a different place and have different food and new culture. And I think, that's exciting to me. I mean, a staycation's nice because you don't have to get on a plane. You don't have to do all that stuff. But it's kind of nice to go somewhere else if you can, especially if it's winter and you want to get some sun in your life.
Exactly.
You can't do that if you're doing a staycation. But
exactly.
Yeah. Sounds good. We did it.
Well done.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. And we cannot wait for you to watch the premiere of our new movie, A Second Chance at Love.
Tune in for A Second Chance at Love, Saturday, March 26th, 8/7 Central.
And tweet.
On the Hallmark Channel.
Sounds good. And tweet along at # A Second Chance at Love. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Thanks, Jarod.
Thank you.